Yeah. Ayy. 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 Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Oh, man. That's a lot of things to be a host of. Yo, how y'all doing today, man? Happy Monday to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate the early birds that are here right now. I definitely appreciate y'all being here, man. I hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was pretty okay. It was my weekend was all right, man. It was all right. I couldn't complain. It was raining yesterday, so Sundays and rain. That's definitely a chill day. You feel me? But yo, man, listen, it's been a while, man. It's been a while since, cause I've been doing a lot of interviews lately. Last week I had, Kofi and Ash and Luca, which, those are some pretty dope podcasts. I mean, pretty dope interviews. And, it seems like you guys really enjoy them. Let me know in the chat. And anybody that listens to this later, let me know in the comment section. Just let me know if you guys are enjoying the interviews. I had asked a question, I think it was Saturday. Might have been Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. But I had asked a question, and I asked you guys on Twitter, who do you guys want me to interview next? Because, there's a ton of people that I can interview. And I will, but I definitely want to know what the people think. Who do you guys want to see me interview, right? So I had got some pretty interesting selections that I definitely, these people will definitely, I've already reached out to some of these people already, just so you guys know. And I had I some of these people I had in mind too. So it was like, yo, it kind of worked both ways. You get what I'm saying? But there's definitely a couple of people here. I'm trying to find a tweet now. I didn't pin the tweet. I should have pinned the tweet, but I did not pin the tweet. Okay, here we go. So I'd asked you guys, who do you guys want to see me interview? Shout out to everybody that did, reply and stuff like that. Barry said Tim Dog. Cyber Dragon said Blackbuster Critic, which, Blackbuster Critic, he's been MIA for a minute. So I would definitely love to sit down with him and see what's up. El Matador said Titanfall Princess. Benji Sales, Indie Gamer. Dark Cloud, Shokio, JTag, Porter Rock, Black Barai, which Black Barai is Black Bond. I know Omar, he wanted me to interview myself and interview Bari and Sick, like we all did on the podcast, which that's definitely something. Luca wanted Slow Mo, like a lot of Saltiest Gamer, J Main, which actually, let me not get ahead of myself, but J Main definitely gonna be on the show very, very soon. Omar said Creative Kofi, Thug Nasty, Black Barai. Craig wanted me to interview him, which I'll definitely get him on at some point as well. But you guys, a lot of you guys definitely, you definitely, you showed up and you guys want those people. So those people are definitely gonna, I have reached out to a good portion of those people already, and I'm gonna, definitely have them on. But definitely let me know if you guys are enjoying these interviews. This is a new This is a new segment on my show on my channel that I'm trying to do because this was something when persona interviews was something that I've definitely wanted to do for some time, way back during the Mog and Friends days, right? So, that was definitely something that I wanted to do, and I'm glad I'm glad that I'm able to do it now, and I'm glad that uh, a lot of people do enjoy the content with that, right? And I'm gonna put the because I see people naming people in the chat now, right? So I put the link to that specific tweet into the chat. If you guys have any suggestions for people that you want me to interview, definitely go to that tweet, put it in that tweet. I've bookmarked that tweet so that I can reference it and make sure that I reach out to everybody. But yeah, man, so like I said, I've been really enjoying the interviews and things like that, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content and all those great things, man. Um, but it's been a yo Ken, what's good, bro? Ken said himself. Yo, Ken, definitely got to set that up, bro. Yo, Barry with the super chat. My man Persona is out here. Keep up the great work, my G. Happy to see the growth, PlayStation Nation. Let's go. That's a fact. Let's go. Um, shout out to my bro Barry, man. That's the other host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. The links to the Twitter, the links to the YouTube, and the link to our Teespring merch. We've got official What's Up PlayStation Podcast merch. All of that can be found in the description as well. But it's been a while since I talked to you guys, man. Like actually done like an actual a podcast, and a lot of things were happening. A lot of things happened within like a week and a half. There's been a while since I've actually sat down and we actually had a conversation to talk. So we plan a little catch up. We definitely gonna touch on the Halo delay. I gotta give a shout out to my bro Barry too, because he did a podcast yesterday morning. And man, he went off, man. He had like 500, 400 people in there. So happy for him with that. He went off, right? And he was saying a lot of things. It's funny too, because when we did our podcast on Saturday, we touched on this, right? With the whole misinformation, with the insider spreading false information about the PlayStation 5 being incapable of doing 4K, right? So we touched on it a little bit in our podcast, but we didn't really get like super into it, right? So Barry did his and he went in. I kind of wish that was a speak from the heart, because he went in, and I really enjoyed that. And I got my own thoughts as well that I kind of want to go deeper into. And the reason why I didn't go as deep as I wanted to on What's Up PlayStation is because What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a PlayStation centric channel, right? That is definitely something that me and Barry are really trying to push really heavily, right? It's not a fanboy podcast. It's not like, bash Xbox podcast and things like that. That's not what that podcast is. That really is a professional podcast, and me and Barry want to keep it like that. So, we're always going to be 100% and truthful with our thoughts, but we're also going to be a little reserved and, fuck Xbox. You know how that goes, right? It's not going to be none of that there. So some of the thoughts that I want to give go a little bit deeper because I have to speak on Xbox as well, right? We touched on it a small bit in the podcast, but I want to go deeper, and I really want to break this down, right? First off, did I say what's up to everybody in the chat? Did I give y'all round of applause? I'm messing up out here. First off, yo, J-Run was good. True Bleed, Salazar, Naruto, what is going on? G Junior, what's good? Sensa, what is good? Jersey Wrath, aka Ken, what's good? Barry, what's good? Omar, what is good? Eric the Beard, what's up? Envy Dub, what's good? Buck Rogers, Saber Zero, Cyber Dragon, Sam Ash, Social Joins, Logical Nonsense, Stealth Guy Gaming, Support Gaming, NGK, Issa Al Khaja, what's going on? Not Your Mother, what's up? These are some interesting names. Dark Link, what's up? Plus Ultra, what's good? Dribble and Rollo, they were here. They early birds, man. Shout out to them as well. I appreciate all you guys being here, man. The support is always appreciated. Round of applause for y'all in the chat. Chris Righteous in the building. I see Chris Righteous in the building. Link, what's good, bro? I appreciate you guys being here. So yeah, that's what that podcast is about. But we going in. We gonna go in. But I wanna touch on something real quick, right? And I'm not gonna be too long on this specific topic. But I want to touch on this, right? So, for those that are new here, there's one thing I wanna put out there is that me and the type of person that I am and the type of gamer that I am and the content creator that I am, my preference is definitely PlayStation, right? I say it all the time. I'm a gamer first and I'm a PlayStation fan second. As much as I prefer PlayStation, I would never back down from playing a game on a different platform because of my preferred platform being PlayStation. You get what I mean? Like, I got all these consoles for a reason, right? And there was a on the was this on the Ash and Luca? Yeah, I think when I did the Ash and Luca interview, right? Somebody left a comment. He deleted it afterwards, but he left a comment. And I want to read to you what he says, and then I'm going to explain. So he says, I gave your channel another chance, but I'm going to have to jump off the ship here and unsubscribe. I came here when BG showed up here, but there is way too much console war stuff being pushed on here, and it's very clear that it's cause the person that is interviewing is just really pro Sony. I hope you the best of luck, man, but the content is just not for me, but I hope the best for you. Just some feedback before I leave. Right. So when I read the tweet, I definitely laughed. It was funny. Just because, my preferred platform is definitely PlayStation. A lot of what I talk about here is PlayStation X. I talk about everything here, right? But my preferred platform is definitely PlayStation. I've never hid that. I never will hide that. And the type of content creator and the type of person that I am is definitely I'm true to myself. I'm true to myself first and foremost. Second of all, I'm always going to be 100% with you guys, right? The things that I talk about and the things that I create on this channel is, it's things that I care about and things that I think you guys would also like. When it comes to things that's going on within the community, things that's going on within the industry, we're going to talk about it, right? When PlayStation's fucking up, I'm going to talk about it. When Xbox and Nintendo's fucking up, we're going to talk about it, albeit it's going to be some jokes along with it, but we going to talk about it. You get me? I've never come off as fake or try to be this, hey guys, what's good? It's, try to come off as this neutral person. I'm not neutral, right? I never try to push that narrative. I never will push that. I'm never going to fake the funk for views or for money or whatever. I am who I am. You feel me? I prefer PlayStation. I'm a gamer first. I'm a PlayStation fan second. And PlayStation is my preferred place to play. Now, with that being said, I am not afraid. I have all consoles for a reason. If there's games that I want to play on the Switch, I have it there. If there's an Xbox game that I want to play, I have it. Like, I have all the consoles for a reason. So I really just wanted to put that out there for like the new people that come to my channel. I'm interviewing a lot of different people, so, a lot of their subs will come and sub to me or whatever, and they're expecting me to be the way they are. I'm not like that, right? I speak my mind. I speak the truth. Like, you guys know, I'm real big on misinformation. That's never going to be me. That's never going to be what this channel is about. Misinformation, trying to fake that I'm neutral to get, this sponsorship or that sponsorship. Look, if you don't like me, if you don't like my thoughts and opinions and how I am, then, I respectfully, there's the door. Respectfully, right? That's not who I am. That's not who I'm going to be. I want to give you guys the best content possible. I'm going to give it to you as raw and uncut as possible, because that's just who I am. So I appreciate you guys that do rock with me. I appreciate you guys that support me. I just wanted to put that out there because I know I'm getting a lot of different subs from different people. So I kind of just want to make sure that everybody understands who I am and where I come from and what this is about. So yeah, with that being said, The question of the day, guys. The question of the day. Why are insiders lying about PS5? Listen, let's get one thing straight. Let's get one. Yo, Sick, what's good, bro? Rollo, what's good? J Run, True Bleed, Rollo, Link, everybody. That's Rome. What's good, guys? I appreciate you guys. Why are insiders lying about PS5? Right? Uh One thing I think we all need to understand is this is why I'm really starting to have like a somewhat disdain for insiders, right? And it's not all insiders, but it's these like fly by night insiders, right? I'm talking about the ones that you never really hear about them, and then they get lucky once, and suddenly they're an insider. Oh well, he predicted the PS5 event date perfectly, so that means we have to believe everything he says. Listen, man, cut all that out. Cut all that out. Let's put things into perspective here, right? PlayStation is in a very unique position right now, and it's in a position that I think a lot of people they can't actually. This guy gives confirmation that people really can't stand the fact that PlayStation is in the position that they're in, right? So the things that you see me, Bari, Sick, whoever else, the things that you see people talking about when it comes to how certain people are moving within the industry, when it comes to the type of news or the type of things that's being talked about when it pertains to PlayStation and PlayStation 5, don't look at us and think, oh, you guys are just, barking at the moon. Because if one thing that I picked up from this wannabe insider, if there's one thing that I picked up that he confirmed things that I felt or things that I was seeing already, and realistically it's a confirmation. People do not want to see PlayStation be in a successful position that they're in now, right? All this generation, PlayStation has been moving so strategically with how they've been handling their games, how they've been handling their updates, just everything that they've been doing has been right. Now granted, there's a couple things that they, like Horizon going to PC and all those things. Those are things that, I'm never going to be okay with, and you guys know that. But when it comes to PlayStation and PlayStation offering their services to their consumers, their day one consumers, to people, to the ecosystem and things like that, they have really been hitting all the right points with PlayStation, right? And as PlayStation's success has continually grown, right? What have I said time and time again? I want to say between mid to end of 2016, PlayStation just kind of took off. And when I say take off, I mean that's when we really started to see, like, yo, they really not playing. And 2016, 2017, that's when we got like the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 Pro, right? We started really getting some serious games like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Days Gone, like all these great games year after year. PlayStation has been doing right? People, the sales numbers, right? Breaking sales records with the consoles, the games breaking sales records, the new IPs breaking sales records, right? People can't stand this, right? And when people say that, right? When people say, oh, like I said, myself, Bari, Sick, whoever, when someone gets on a podcast and they really speak about this, people like to look at that, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you just a PlayStation fanboy, right? You don't know anything. You're biased, blah, blah, blah. You're blinded by PlayStation, corporate slave, all these other things, right? And I'm saying to myself, why is no one looking at this logically, right? The problem with a lot of people, and this is something that I've noticed watching a lot of people's podcasts and hearing them speak about games, right? A lot of people, they speak about games. They lead when they're talking about games, they lead with their feelings. Let me say that again. When people are talking about gaming, right? When they're speaking on games, they lead with their feelings. It's not logic. It's not facts. It's not the tangible data. They lead with their feelings. Yo, Dribble, what's good, bro? Jamar, what's good? They lead with their feelings. So when they're leading with their feelings, if you say anything that goes against what they strongly believe in when it comes to whatever the topic is, it's automatically going to be written off as, oh, you're a fanboy. You don't know what you're talking about. That's what it is. And I'm like, let's look at this logically, right? Let's look at this. Let's pull the fact we're all PlayStation fans. Let's pull back from that for a second, right? Let's just look at this, quote unquote, from a neutral standpoint, right? Even though there is none, right? Let's look at this outside the box, outside the bubble, right? PlayStation, this generation, has continually offered not just their core consumers, but just people in general, more and more incentive to own a PlayStation 4/PlayStation 4 Pro. Yo, Brigadier, what's good, bro? Time and time again, this generation, the incentive has continually grown. The incentive has continually been there. There's literally a game for everyone on the PlayStation. Albeit first-party exclusive, second-party exclusive, third-party games, third-party exclusive time deals and things like that. They have done numerous things for their platform owners, for you to look and say, PlayStation's doing everything right by me, man. I'm glad that I own a PlayStation. Right? You can look at your stack of games or your games installed on your console, whatever. You can look at your games, exclusives, second-party exclusives, third-party game, whatever, third-party timed exclusives, whatever. You can look at the games that you have accumulated over this generation, right? You can look at those games over the course of this generation, and you can say, damn, PlayStation has really made me proud to be a PlayStation 4 owner. You can seriously say that without a shadow of a doubt. Right? But then there's people out there that hate that. They hate the fact that PlayStation is doing so well. Now, prior to this news coming out, when you say things like this, people look at you like you're crazy. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Persona, what are you talking about? You sound crazy. Oh, it's not always the console war. It's not always the console war, blah, blah, blah. Right? Fast forward to PlayStation 5. We're 4 months or three months from PlayStation 5. PlayStation has been doing everything right, most of it, and we'll touch on that. PlayStation has been doing most things right when it comes to the rollout of the PlayStation 5. Now, albeit outside of the price, pre-orders and things like that, kind of taking a little long to kind of show up and get us that info. They've been doing everything right. The PS5 event, I think, is the mecca of events for this year. Because PlayStation came out, and again, shout out to Jim Ryan, man. He said the most gangster thing ever. Yo, enough from me. We gonna let the games do the talking. So when you hear things like that, you like, oh, okay. So PlayStation's about to show out, right? And that's exactly what they did. Rightfully so. Because, guys, one thing I talk about on this channel a lot is track record, right? Track record. Let's say you're going for a job. Before you get hired for the job, they check your background. They want to make sure that you are going to be a good candidate for the company, or make sure that you ain't got nothing that's going to really, hinder you or that's a bad look for the policies and things like that for the company. I'm real big on track record when it comes to these companies. The track record this generation for PlayStation has been phenomenal. right? So when you're going into next generation and you're wondering which console should you be buying from, which console you should be investing your money on, the choice is clear. The choice is simple. It's PlayStation. And I even think for the people that hate PlayStation, they're even coming to the realization, or the ones that don't prefer PlayStation, they're even coming to the realization that the obvious choice going into next gen is PlayStation. But you've got that small group of people that hate that. They dislike that. They really can't stand it. They can't stand it. It really makes them angry. Right? So what am I talking about? So, we've been, I hate to say it, but we've been at the mercy of quote unquote insiders for a couple months now, right? Even before the PS5 event that happened, we have been at the mercy of these insiders for some months now, since the new year started. And even now, even right now, we still are at the mercy of the insiders, right? And I'll explain what I mean by at the mercy of our insiders. But we're even at the mercy of our insiders now because we do not have all the facts yet. And PlayStation is really starving the community and the industry, albeit. They're starving the community and the industry on the news. At least the news that we really want. Right? Now, when I say that we're at the mercy of the insiders, what I mean by that is right now you've got insiders running amok, scouring the darkest corners of the web, trying to get any sliver of information they can about PlayStation 5, next gen, the game development, and all these different things. And any slither of information they get, they want to blow it out of. They want to use it, but also it's kind of like a double-edged sword because they're trying to put more info out there for clout, but they're also trying to if they have other negative intentions, if they're a quote-unquote insider, and that's why I put quotes around the insider, because a lot of these motherfuckers ain't let's keep it a stack here. A lot of these motherfuckers aren't insiders, right? An insider is someone that is reputable. Like, they've got a track record of being, and when I say track record, I'm not talking, one or two lead. No, we're talking like these guys are consistently right. That's when you could really consider someone an insider. They're consistently right. But even then, I'm just like, a lot of the stuff that's spoken about is circumstantial at best. But when you have an insider that also has a slanted intentions with the information that they may get, albeit however big or how small, most of them blow it out of proportion. So what am I talking about? Persona, what are you talking about? You just gave us this 10-minute monologue, but you haven't shown us anything. I'm getting to that, guys. I'm getting to that. So here we go. Let's start this off. So one thing I want to say too. Hold on. One thing I want to say too. The insiders, and then some guys. I want to emphasize that some of these game journalists, media sites, they're quick to put this information out, not knowing if it's right or wrong. They always, the way they cover their ass is, take it with a grain of salt. I'm like, how much salt we gonna take, man? We gonna have high blood pressure and die. How much more grains of salt are we supposed to be taking here? Because we're gonna die. Waiting on this on official PlayStation 5 news, taking all these grains of salt, we gonna have high blood pressure and die. Right? But my issue with some of these media game sites is they never print the retraction letting you know, hey guys, so the information we provided earlier turns out to be false. Unless it's something really, really large. Pause. Unless it's something really big. And this goes back to an interview that I had with Chandler Wood. Shout out to Chandler Wood from PlayStation Lifestyle. Really good game media site. I really like them a lot. I like Chandler, his writers. They're all really cool people. This goes back to something that me and Chandler talked about a while ago when I had him on my show for an interview where I asked him, I said, hey, do you... Yo, thank you so much, Dribble. I asked Chandler, I said, do you think that the ads and these things and the algorithms and things like that are placed on these sites are harming the integrity of gaming, right? So what do I mean by that? What I mean is in the game journalism world, and I'm only going to stick within that realm because we know that it's everywhere. It's rampant on a lot of different sites, but we'll only stick to game journalism. In the game journalism media world, right, ads and traffic run pretty much put money in these companies' pockets. So everyone is trying to get the next big hit, albeit regardless of how accurate or inaccurate they are. Which does what? When you aren't taking the time to get the accurate information or to get all your ducks in a row, you risk the harm of pushing misinformation. And one thing about a media site where people go to get news and information is you never want to put misinformation out deliberately, because sometimes mistakes happen, right? Typos, whatever, they overlook something, things like that. We understand that those things happen, right? But even when those things happen mistakenly, a retraction is printed out, letting people know, hey, look, this information is incorrect. This is the truth. Or at least that's how it should go. But it doesn't always go like that. Or at least if someone reaches out, or if someone goes to the original article, there's an update saying, hey, look, we got more information. This is false. This article is not accurate anymore, but you may still read if you wish, or whatever, right? At least. Because you want, I would assume that you would want the most accurate information out there. I would. If I was a journalist, if I was someone that was writing about news and things like that, I want the most accurate information out there, right? What do I tell you guys all the time? Misinformation is a huge problem, not just in the gaming world, but in everything, in all things media. There's a ton of misinformation being pushed around. And what do I say? Misinformation can be deadly. You could lose your job. You could lose your life. You could lose your wife. Like, misinformation it's so easily done, but the consequences can be detrimental. And I don't think a lot of people really understand the ramifications and repercussions that come with this misinformation. Because in our society, and especially in the game, and I'm only going to stick within the gaming realm, right? In our gaming space, in the game industry, in the game community, and things like that, when you have these discussions with people that are using this information and it comes out that the information is wrong, or even if the information comes out, right? If it's bad information or if it's misinformation and it comes out, it becomes a snowball effect. Perfect example. Spider-Man Miles Morales, a executive, some people were saying that a Sony executive had said that the game was DLC. Right? And I remember seeing that article. The developers came out and they stated, no, this is a full-fledged game, a standalone game. This is a standalone game, kind of like Lost Legacy. And see, this is another thing. Guys, get something to drink. Kick your feet up. We're going to be here. We about to talk. This is a... Yo, Nest the Gamer, what's good, bro? This is another thing I think people need to understand, right? And this is why I say it's a snowball effect, right? Because that one little tidbit of misinformation from the exec or whatever that didn't know what he was talking about or whatever, or he misspoke, whatever case may be, right? That little tidbit of misinformation spiraled, where you've had people really coming at Insomniac. Oh, Insomniac doesn't know what they're talking about. Oh, Insomniac, you lied to us. Why is this just a DLC? Why is this exclusive to PS5? Blah 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 blah. You had all this all off of a small tidbit of misinformation. But when the developers themselves come out and they let you know, hey, look, that is not true. This is a standalone game along the likes of Lost Legacy, right? The misinformation, then it spirals again because now we get to level 2 of misinformation, right? What's the level 2? Level 1 is them not believing, them running with the idea that Spider-Man Miles Morales is not a standalone game. The developers confirmed that. They confirmed that Spider-Man Miles Morales is a standalone game, right? They confirmed that. Level 2 of the misinformation is when the comparison of Lost Legacy was made when it came to when the comparison of Lost Legacy was made when it came to Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? Now, the new misinformation that's being spread is, oh, well, the game is only 5 hours. Who said that? Who said the game was 5 hours? Insomniac didn't say that. Who said that? Oh, well, they're comparing it to Lost Legacy, and Lost Legacy only took 5 to 8 hours to beat. Okay. What does that have to do with them comparing it to Lost Legacy when it comes to the type of game? When the comparison was made with Lost Legacy, it was to convey that this is a standalone game, kind of like how Lost Legacy is a standalone game to Uncharted 4: Thieves End. You do not need Uncharted 4 to play Lost Legacy. You do not need Spider-Man 4 to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. That is why the comparison to with Miles Morales to Lost Legacy was made. But people heard something else. They ran with, oh, if it's compared to Lost Legacy, then that means that it's only 5 to 10 hours. Who said that? That's level 2 of misinformation, because now that narrative and that misinformation gets spread. But why? Why? You guys ever like ask yourselves that? Like when you see all this type of misinformation and like you see people spreading it, and it's like, but the developers never said this. Why are you saying this? Or why spread this? You ever ask why? Like, why are you spreading this? Why are you saying this? I've wondered this. I've wondered this for a long time. Like, why? Why spread this? Why say these things? Why? I believe, and I've said this before. I say, yo, these people don't want to see PlayStation continue to succeed. I'm wrong. People say I'm crazy. This insider that we're about to look at his tweets, this insider, he proves what I've thought about, what I've thought all along. And I'm not surprised at this. So what am I talking about, man? What are you talking about, Persona? Get to the point. I got you guys. Hold on. Peep this, man. So, article comes out. PlayStation 5 leak claims it might struggle to run 4K games. Now, I remember seeing another article about this too that same week. I think it was by Game Gear. I forgot the name of the other site, but I remember seeing this somewhere else as well. But so PS5 4K performance leak is good news for Xbox Series X, right? So what tweets, right? What are we talking about here, right? So we talked about, like I said, we talked about this on What's Up PlayStation. But despite the 10.28 teraflops of power, the PS5 might struggle to run games at true 4K, whereas the Xbox Series X won't have that problem. What are you talking about, Persona? Let's talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it, right? So, Aesthetic Gamer, aka Dusk Golem, this is his name, right? He's got quite a following. Hey, what's this thing say? Hey, I'm Ryan, aka Dust Golem, or Aesthetic Gamer. I make games on the Yai Games Network. Horror enthusiast, writer, YouTuber who streams sometimes long tweet walls. Where do these guys put their games? Cryptic, blah blah blah. Okay. So he makes games. So that's enough for that's enough to be like, oh well, he makes games, so that means he must know something because he's a developer. Cool, fine. I'll give you that, right? He's a developer. So if he's a developer, that means he may actually be in contact with other people. Fine. Fine. I'll give anybody that's a naysayer about this information, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But let's read before you jump on that, oh, I'm not buying what you're selling persona. Stay on the ride to the very end. We just hit the first loop on this roller coaster. Stay on the ride, guys. And then tell me at the end if you really want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Stay on the ride. So let's read what he says, right? I'm going to hate myself later for responding to this. So let's look at what even started this, right? So Buddy right here says, Aesthetic Gamer, any news about the performance of PS5 on Capcom graphics engine? Was it solved? Guys would like new information. So he goes, I'm going to hate myself later for responding to this. I can feel it. People attracted to this sort of topic are horribly toxic. But a lot of people misinterpreted what I said, which is partially my fault. Of course, RE8 will run fine on launch. That was never in question by me. But people should get ready for the real possibility that the PS5 is going to end up being the more expensive console between the two. I'm trying to not say that much here as I'm asked not to, but prepare yourself, which does put Xbox in a position it'll be the less expensive console and more powerful console. I use RE8 as an example, but I've heard from other devs that PlayStation 5 struggles with 4K games in particular, so you'll see a lot of fake 4K. That doesn't matter to some, but get ready for that too. Xbox doesn't have the same problem. Listen, I need you guys to understand something here. I'm going to break this down for you, right? Stick with me here, right? I'm going to ask one question. I'm only going to ask you guys one question. If the Xbox Series X is as great as he says, like I said, let's say we believe this. Let's say that this was the truth and we believe this, right? My first question is, if the Xbox Series X is this great, why have we not seen the flagship title? Oh, I'm just talking flagship. Why have we not seen the flagship title, or really any title, running on this console? But then let's go a step further. Why are we seeing their flagship title, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, running on the series, not running on the series, running on a PC with specs similar to the Series X? Why have we not seen that? We've seen the Halo Infinite running on PC with Series X specs, but not actually running on the Series X. Somebody explain that to me. Why? If the Xbox is this great, now listen, if the Xbox is this great, why are we not seeing games running on the console? That's my only question. If I was to believe this wall of text that he put, that would be my first question. That would be my first question. Because we just, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? However long ago? We just got finished seeing the Xbox game showcase. We know we know the debacle that was, and how Halo became a meme, and not in a good way. That would be my first question. Everything that PlayStation has shown us when it pertains to PlayStation 5 has been captured on a PlayStation 5, and they have plastered that everywhere. We have seen gameplay of multiple games being played on the PlayStation 5, looking gorgeous. We got confirmation that Spider-Man Miles Morales will have a 4K 60 frames per second performance mode. My first question to him is, why have we not seen anything running on a Series X? My second question is, if Resident Evil 8 is running better on the Xbox Series X as opposed to the PlayStation 5, why was it not shown there? Why would you show a lower grade version of your game on a weaker console? Those are just two questions. Those are just two questions that are glaring. These are glaring questions that I need answered. What? So fine. He puts this information out. Everyone's running amok. If you're on social media, you know the folks running with this information. Oh, well, the insider says that, the Xbox Series X is stronger than the PlayStation 5 and it's not running this. And, the Resident Evil is going to look better on the Xbox as opposed to the PlayStation. And what does this mean for other third-party games? Does this mean that, other third-party games aren't going to run good on the PlayStation? Oh, that means that, 12 is better than 10. 12 is better. And you know what's so funny? How dare anybody fix their lips to say anything, to speak anything about this rumor after seeing Halo Infinite? To speak anything about specs and how games look? How dare you? How dare you? Did you forget what was 2 weeks ago? How dare you? Did we just forget? Did we just forget about Halo? No. We didn't forget about Halo. We didn't forget about the Spec Ops. For those that don't know what the Spec Ops is the people that I call the guys that's always talking about specs and the power of this and blah blah blah. I call them Spec Ops. The Spec Ops. You gonna fix your lips to ride this rumor wave after seeing Halo Infinite? How dare you? Are you an idiot? Are you stupid? No. Seriously, I'm asking a question. Are you stupid? Like, we all just forgot Halo Infinite, and your shit just got delayed because it's not up to par of what next gen needs to be. You gonna ride this rumor wave? How stupid do you look? This is why I laugh at some of these dudes. Because you look so stupid. To even fix your lips and ride this wave. This rumor wave. To fix your lips to ride this rumor wave. How stupid do you look? How stupid do you look, Spec Ops? Your flagship title is in the gutter, and you want to ride You want to ride a wave like this? Yo, JAP, thank you so much for the subscription, bro. You want to ride a wave like this? Are you really this stupid? Come on now. Let's be real here, man. Let's be real here. Even let's entertain this rumor for a second. Even if this rumor was 25% truth, your flagship title is in the gutter. And you want to fix your lips to talk about specs and power? That ship has sailed. That's out the window. That's out the window. Spec talk and all that, that's out the window. After this whole Halo Infinite debacle, that shit's out the window. That shit's out the fucking window, my mans. You can't fix your lips to speak anything specs. You cannot fix your lips to speak anything specs. You know why? Because your flagship can't even stand up to a passion project like Astro Boy, Sackboy Adventures. That's how bad your flagship looks. But let's continue. Further down the rabbit hole we go. So, this gets put out there. People are running with it. Oh, that means the PlayStation, is it really next gen? Oh, if the PlayStation is more expensive than the Series X, is that really fair? You know, it's not as powerful. You know, they're running around with it. Fine. But what I always tell you guys, if it don't come from the horse's mouth, if it doesn't come from the horse's mouth, is it really the truth? Let's continue. So, a couple days later, a week maybe, I'm gonna say like a week, 2 weeks or whatever, tweet comes out. Well, that Dust guy who stated the fake 4K stuff has been sacked as a mod on Reset Era and Thread Locked, admitted he started it to even things up after bad Xbox news, had no tech knowledge and only knew bits and pieces about very early RE8 build. Let's look at the tweets. If this is even true, what versions of the dev kit, SDK, and Capcom engine code base is this referring to? What's the actual bottleneck? Memory bandwidth, cache missions, ROPs, IO. What does fake 4K mean? Now listen, guys. Listen. This tweet right here, this Matt Hargett guy, this tweet right here, this is why I tell you guys, this is why I'm so big. I want you guys to make sure that you know everything. You know everything when you going in to debate these dudes or question these dudes. Because when you go in knowing your shit, you can smell bullshit at the door. When you go in knowing your shit, you can smell and point out and snuff the bullshit at the door. This guy just asked him, not a fan. This ain't no fanboy question. This man straight went tech. My man's went straight developer tech on my man's, and he starts listen, guys. always have your ducks in a row. Always have your ducks in a row. El Matador, what's good, bro? So he says, unfortunately, I'm not educated enough to know the specifics. Though by fake 4K, I mainly mean what people expect with games running 1440p/1600p internally using techniques to be 4K. However, I'm not just passing stuff I've heard along from people working on games for both platforms. I commend you on your honesty. Do you often repeat words and phrases you can't verify or don't actually understand? Is it something you do in real life as well or just on social media? Yo, this Matt Hargett guy, I'm going to have to get this guy a follow. Because my man's straight. Yo, he hit him with the stone cold stunner, man. Man, yo, man. The power of a question. The power of a question will topple an entire person's argument. That's how powerful questions are. That's how powerful questions are. You let them make themselves look stupid. You don't even got to put... Matt Hargett he asked 2 questions. And he made this man look like a fool. That's the power of a question, guys. Guys and girls, that is the power of a question. I'm not going to put in all this time to make you look stupid. You're going to make yourself look stupid. Just answer these questions for me. That's why I always ask people to explain their opinions. You ever notice how people can't really explain their opinions? They just give you like these overinflated opinions, and then you're supposed to just take that at face value. And I'm like, no, explain to me why you feel the way you feel. Oh, well, it's because that's just how I feel. Well, no, that's not. No, explain. Why is this the way it is to you? Why do you feel like that? Like, explain that. Oh, why do I have to explain it? If you don't know, then you don't know. No, dude, you can't explain your opinion. You can't explain why this game is the way it is, or why this is the way it is, or why you feel the way you feel about this. Oh, I just do it. It's just, I don't like this. This is trash. This is anti-consumer. I don't like these anti-consumer practices. Game Pass is better than everything on PlayStation, and Game Pass is better than PS Now. Why is Game Pass better than PS Now? Oh, well, because, I'm not forced to have to buy games and do... But why is it better? Are the games on Game Pass better than what's being released on PlayStation? It's not about what's better. It's the fact that, I don't need a PlayStation to buy the... But why does that make Game Pass better? Game Pass is better because you don't need a PlayStation? What kind of logic is that? You sound stupid. Oh, well, if you don't... It's my opinion. If you don't like how it is, you could just go on. I don't really... Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you're not even explaining yourself. Explain why Game Pass is better. They can't do that. Questions, guys. Ask these people that say these things, ask them questions and watch how stupid they make themselves feel. Just ask questions. Listen. my parents taught me to ask questions when I didn't understand something. I don't understand what you mean with your opinion. Explain. Go deeper. Give examples. I say that a lot. Give examples. They can't give examples. I don't, whatever. So Matt asks this question, right? Then he gets kicked off of... So he gets kicked off of Reset Era. And he's close for review, so I'm curious to see what state it will be in once they reopen. Still, the fact that does peddle the rumor because Xbox was receiving too much negativity on the internet over the past week is just incredible to me. Relation. I'm looking for the actual... Arya is going to run this chicken. So, because Xbox, sorry, I was reading something else. Because Xbox is getting too much negative information or getting too much negativity in the press. Right? My thing is this. This is such a crab in the barrel mentality. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People can't stand the fact that PlayStation is doing so many things right now. They're at the top. They're the cream de la creme. They're the cream of the crop. Everyone wants a PlayStation 5, and you've got a small, albeit small, but you have a demographic of people that can't stand that. And they will do any and everything to sabotage the success of PlayStation. Now, do you guys believe me? Do you believe it now, guys? I'm asking serious questions. Do you believe it? Do you believe now when people say that people are trying to sabotage PlayStation with this negative news? Yo, personality disorder says Game Pass isn't better than the PS Now. The only thing viable about Game Pass, in my opinion, is using xCloud to stream games on my S2 Ultra. Yo, Reese, what's good, bro? Lanky, what's up? Lucy, what's up? But these are the questions that people need to ask. Why go to these lengths to pull PlayStation down? Because Xbox is getting shit on right now? That's the mentality that's being pushed. It's like, oh, Xbox is not doing well, so that means PlayStation can't keep doing good either. Let me pull them down. What kind of mentality is that? What kind of shit is that? I'm really asking questions here. What kind of shit is that? Pulling PlayStation down won't make Xbox better. Because Xbox has a whole host of problems that they still themselves need to fix. So let's say PlayStation, let's say tomorrow PlayStation shits the bed. That won't make Xbox better. And I don't think a lot of you understand that. PlayStation failing doesn't make Xbox better. Because if PlayStation fails, you know who's going to take that number one spot? Nintendo. Then what? Oh, you thought PlayStation failing meant Xbox gets a one up. No. They don't. Because if PlayStation fails tomorrow, Nintendo will be standing right there to take their place. So where does that leave Xbox? Still at number 3. Oh, you thought PlayStation was going to go to the number 3 spot? No. No. If PlayStation shit the bed tomorrow, they would just go from number 1 to number 2. And Nintendo would be number 1. Xbox, and that's what I'm saying. Xbox still stays in their place, number 3. Hold on, you guys thought that place... Wait a second. You guys thought what? You thought that because PlayStation was failing, that would move Xbox to the number 1 spot? Oh, no. Wait, but then you thought that if Nintendo was first, then that would mean that Xbox was second? No, that's not what it means. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not what it means at all. If PlayStation fails tomorrow, Xbox will still be number 3. And that's what people don't understand. The problem isn't PlayStation. The problem isn't PlayStation. The problem isn't that PlayStation is doing too great. The problem is that Xbox can't get ahead in the race. Xbox is not doing enough. They need to do more. So even if PlayStation shits the bed tomorrow, Nintendo will take that number 1 spot, and PlayStation will just move to number 2. Titanfall was good. PlayStation would just move to number 2. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that Xbox stays at number 3. Listen, guys. And this is why, I've made this comparison before, guys. And it's even more prevalent now. It's even more prevalent now. I say fans versus enablers. Fans versus enablers. You have to ask yourself, right? You really have to ask yourself, are a lot of these people in the gaming community, in the gaming industry, in the gaming space, you really have to ask, are these people fans or are they enablers? Because I got to be honest with you guys. The shit that we've been seeing these past couple days, this past week or so, a lot of these people are looking like enablers. A lot of these people are looking like enablers. I'm just saying. Best thing Sony can do is keep making great games. This will bury Xbox and hopefully open the doors for other companies to step in and compete. That's what I'm saying, man. They not trying to compete. That's a problem. And I think I think morale is pretty low now with the fact that Halo got delayed. And, Halo being delayed definitely sucks. But, this even goes to that, right? I'm always going to do fans versus it. I might do a podcast on fans versus enablers, like it's just a podcast dedicated to that and give examples and stuff like that. I might do that. But when the Halo gameplay got shown, right? When the Halo gameplay got shown, when the Halo gameplay got shown, right? We all said that it was a problem. It did not look good. Everyone said it. Even PlayStation dudes. Everyone said it. Now, was it them being malicious? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because anybody with eyes could see that it needed more work. So, when it does get... And it's funny because you see a lot, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you guys are wrong. It's not about the graphics. It's not about this. The game looks great. The game looks fine to me. I don't really care about graphics, blah, blah, blah. But you got all these people talking about, oh, I'm buying a next-gen console and I'm buying Halo. Why? Why? If the graphics in the game, if the graphics and all that don't matter, why are you buying a next-gen console for Halo? I'm asking serious questions, man. You got a ton of people, oh, I'm buying a next-gen console for Halo. I'm buying a next-gen console for this, blah, blah, blah. Why? If the graphics don't matter, why? Then the next question you have to ask is, if it really doesn't matter that much to you, then why you critique the PlayStation games so heavily? I don't understand. Right? And when the Halo delay at Game of Persona, shout to the people who think Infinite will get sorted out in a year after ending up where it is now after 5. Yo, Eric. Yo, Eric, listen. I don't want to put that negativity in the air, man, but yeah. Yo, Caution, what's good, bro? Yo, shout out to everybody here right now, man. I appreciate y'all. Round of applause, man. Everybody in the chat. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, so I'm just like, first off, that Halo situation ain't getting sorted in a year. I'm sorry, man. That's looking like an Anthem situation based off what they talking about with the development and all that stuff, man. I don't know. That's. I hope it gets sorted in a year. But look, the fact that the delay did happen and they come out and they're like, oh, you know, this is we don't feel this game is up to par, right? All these different things, right? It's like, okay, so you guys knew it was an issue before you shown the game. You knew that it was going to be an issue after you showed the game. Why show it in this state? And that's a question that I'm still asking to this day. And you know what's funny? Here's my theory. I feel that the developers and Microsoft thought that Halo was above critique. What do you mean by that, Persona? What I mean is people thought that Halo, because it was Halo, and again, this is just my thoughts, right? People thought because it was Halo, that meant that that people wouldn't critique it in the manner that they would other games, which clearly that's not true. We all were on social media. We all seen the articles. We all seen the gameplay. That clearly is not true. Halo Infinite was not above being critiqued. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because again, we want games, especially if we're going into next gen, right? If we're going into next gen, we want games to be, great. We want games to be, have next gen and all these different things. You want all the bells and whistles. Ray tracing not coming in at launch. That's a patch. The game is looking in the state that it was. Yo, could you imagine? Yo, seriously, guys, could you imagine going out and buying your Series X, buying Halo Infinite, popping that in, and seeing that on your screen after spending X amount of dollars on the Series X? Bro, I would be pissed. I'd be pissed. And I think Microsoft and 343 realized a lot of people was probably going to be pissed. But see, this is my thing. I remember seeing an article where, hold up, let me see it. Hold up. Halo Infinite release in parts. I remember seeing an article where, here we go. Where they were saying that, here we go. Xbox boss talks about the decision to delay Halo. No, that's not the one. Where he was saying Halo Infinite. Okay, here we go. Halo Infinite almost released in parts, right? And it happened. Oh yeah, so it was on the Animal Crossing interview, where he was saying, "Let me start by recognizing the fans and the fact that it's a bummer, as you said." Spencer says, "First, after being asked about the delay, I know it's disappointing to people. It's disappointing to us. We were looking forward to an alignment of Halo and the launch of Xbox Series X as a really kind of seminal moment, almost for Xbox. The decision ultimately came from 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross, Xbox Series X Studios, Matt Booty, and Spencer himself. And Spencer goes on to admit that there were other possible avenues presented. They came with some options. The thing that we could do," Spencer says, "maybe parts of the game that we could ship on given dates, and it just didn't feel to all of us." like the Halo release that we would want. So in the end, I make the call based on the information that they present. I make a call, like I said, with hopefully the best intention in the long run for our fans and our platform. Now listen, peep this, right? At Gaming with Persona, no lie. I told my girlfriend I was wanting to be blown away by the reveal, and the first words out my mouth were, "Is this running on Xbox 360?" Yo, Link, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. They can't fix Halo as long as it runs on the OG. Yo, listen, Link, they're gonna have to get rid of that. They are going to have to get rid of the Xbox One version. They have to. Like, you can't listen. You cannot create a next gen experience like this, a next gen Halo, something that really feels next gen, while still being bogged down to current gen consoles. It's just not going to happen, man. I'm keeping it a stack with you. The developmental process, it's not going to happen. Yo, V Nexa, thank you so much for the subscription. Round of applause for V Nexa for joining the Gaming with Persona squad. Thank you so much. I'm gonna figure out a cool name to call you guys. I don't know, the Personites. I don't know. I'll think of something cool. But thank you so much, V Nexa. Thank you. Now this is my thing. The fact that they would even entertain actually even releasing this game in parts is scary. I'm glad Phil Spencer made the right call and decided to delay the game, because it definitely needed to be delayed. But the fact that this idea was even brought to the table to release this game in parts scares me. It's scary because I have to act. This is the question I was asking. Was the idea of releasing this game in parts, would this idea have still been brought up if Game Pass didn't exist? And that is a serious question that I'm asking. Would the idea of releasing this game in parts had been brought up if the Series X, if Game Pass didn't exist? I'm be honest, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think this idea would have even been brought to the table if Game Pass wasn't even a thing. Which, this isn't a Game Pass podcast, but this goes down an entirely different route now, where I'm like, yo, that Game Pass is giving too much freedom for mistakes like this or crazy things like this to be considered. Now, obviously, I'm only speculating that. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a question that I ask myself and wonder. I wonder, like, yo, if this was not on game, if the Game Pass wasn't here, would this even release the game in parts? Nah, man, what you talking about? That's no good. Halo Infinite isn't even native 4K either. The description said it does up to 4K. They was definitely going to release it. They gave it the okay to showcase in their event. That is true. That is true. The fact that, I'm sure the bosses and the higher ups and everybody saw it, and they, someone had to say, yo, this ain't looking good. I would hope that someone in that meeting, when they was watching this gameplay, I have to hope that someone said, yo, this doesn't look that great. Is there any plans to make this look better before the showcase? I really would hope that that was the case. I would hope that. But again, we're not in those rooms. We're not in those meetings, so we don't know. Now, the fact that Halo has been delayed, it puts Xbox in a very weird position, because, without releasing a next-gen console this November, 3 months away, without a flagship title, right? And you know what I hate? People keep, when you say that about Xbox, people immediately say, well, what is PlayStation releasing with? What does PlayStation have? PlayStation doesn't have anything either. What? Do you not understand that a Spider-Man game is releasing with this console? Do you not understand that? Like I'm asking serious questions. Do you not understand? Kina is releasing with or around the launch of this console. Do you not understand that? No, seriously, I'm asking questions here. Do you not get that? Like, people need to understand that Spider-Man is you have to look past just Spider-Man in the game, right? And this is why I say a lot of people approach gaming I don't want to say gaming. A lot of people approach gaming discussions with their feelings, and you have to leave your feelings at the door. You have when you're discussing gaming, you have to leave. You have to, one, leave your feelings at the door. Two, know what you're talking about, and three, speak. You have to look at look at these things logically, business like, right? With Spider-Man, just take the games out of it for a second, right? Let's just look at Spider-Man. Excuse me. Let's just look at Spider-Man, the character for Marvel. Spider-Man is the highest grossing. Matter of fact, let me hold up. You know what? I'll do you one better, because we all about facts here. Highest. Who is the most a Marvel hero, Marvel character? It might just only give me the movie stuff. Yeah, it's giving me movie stuff. The most popular hero in the world by box office rankings. No. Yeah, it's giving me. Let me see. Who's the most profitable Marvel comic character? I'm trying to find the. So okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See, this is something that you guys need to understand, right? We about to go to school today. Pull out your pencils or your pens and your notebook. Pull out your school today, right? We about to go to school today, right? Something that I think all of you need to understand about Spider-Man, right? Let's not look at Spider-Man in video game form, right? And this is why I say a lot of people need to approach gaming into these discussions. They need to approach this logically and not with their feelings. A lot of people are in their feelings when they speak on when they speak about gaming topics and all that stuff, period, right? One thing people need to understand, right? This is one thing I think everyone here needs to understand, right? Spider-Man is by far the most profitable profitable comic book property in the world. According to a licensed merchandise tracker, Licensed Global, Disney Marvel sold around $1.3 billion worth of Spider-Man crap last year. The second place hero was Batman, only generating $494 million in 2013. Meanwhile, Avengers bought in $325 million and Superman bought $277 million, right? Now, granted, this is 2014, so 6 years ago, right? I'll try to find a more recent article, but this is still something, that people need to understand. Spider-Man is one of the most profitable entities, properties, whatever you want to call it, for Marvel, period. Spider-Man resonates with the little kids all the way up to like 70-year-olds. Spider-Man came out in 1968, I think, where he didn't even have his own comic book. He started off as the Bagman in Fantastic Four. Spider-Man resonates with everyone. Everyone. Not just dude bros, not just kids, not just, young adults. Spider-Man resonates with everyone. To the point where they see something Spider-Man, they'll stop and look. So the fact that Spider-Man Miles Morales is releasing a game side by side, is releasing side by side with the PlayStation 5 is a game changer. That is big. That is big. What? How old is this article? Yeah, these articles are old. That's big. People don't understand that though. They don't understand it, man. It's crazy. So when you have stuff like that, right? When you have these $1 billion, the most profitable Marvel character on your system, that means a lot. So you can call Spider-Man Miles Morales a flagship. That's a flagship title. Yo, Enzo Machiavelli, what's good, man? G Junior, that's a fact, man. Got the bots hurt. Nexa said it's a relatable character regardless of what color the character is as well. Exactly, Nexa. Exactly. Spider-Man is relatable across all nationalities, all skin colors or whatever, all walks of life, in all ages. That's huge. So for people that want to say, oh, what does PlayStation have releasing? PlayStation has Spider-Man Miles Morales releasing. Plus, you still got a ton of other games as well. Kena, Godfall, Astro Boy. Bug Snacks. Even though, I think Bug Snacks going to surprise all of us. I really think that game's so going to surprise us. But that's it. Oh yeah, Kena looking too good, man. Kena is looking way too good. But see, this goes to something else. I want to go back to something else, right? I forgot to talk about this, right? Quantum Era. So back to the 4K thing. You want me to stream Bug Snacks? I'll stream it. I'll stream it. I'm gonna pick it up. I'll definitely stream it. I'll stream it for the culture. Quantum Era. We all know that Quantum Era game. Do you guys know? Y'all know what Quantum Era is. But so somebody said, look, Quantum Era, a corridor shooter, is struggling to get to 4K 30 on PS5. It's trying to get to 4K, which means downgrade, etc., to optimize the run on PS5. Do you see what I mean with the misinformation, guys? Do you see what I mean when I say that people are hurt at PlayStation's success and will stop at nothing? They will stop at nothing to bring down that success. Yo, Big Avell, what's good, bro? The Unknown Journey, what's good, man? Corey in the building. What is going on, guys? Appreciate you guys coming through. Round of applause for the people in the chat. Yo, why are they lying, guys? Yo, AI said Bugsnax Day Zero. Yo, I'm picking that up, man. I'm gonna snatch it up. Why are they lying, guys? Huh? And then Quantum Era themselves. Not sure where this quote comes from, but it didn't come from us. Quantum Error currently is running at 4K 65 to 70 FPS unoptimized. We will be hitting our goal of 4K 60, and there will be much more than just corridors. LOL. How did I not like this? Right? What's going on here, guys? Where did this insider, quote unquote, or whoever, where did he get his information from? This is why I say a lot of you insiders are put on notice, man. You guys are put on notice, especially when y'all are speaking negative of PlayStation. Especially when you're speaking negative about PS5. Because you can't be trusted. They're running amok. They're running amok out here spreading misinformation about PlayStation to bring PlayStation down. That WoW alert is a nightmare, Lucy. That's from Fairy Tale. Whenever Gray and old girl, she say some crazy shit, it goes wow. Love your channel though, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it so much. Thank you. But why is the misinformation getting spread? This is I'm serious. This is really unhealthy. Like, this is really unhealthy within the community. And this is something that really needs to be brought out into the light. Right? Because it's too many lies being thrown around just because Xbox is not doing good. How is that PlayStation's fault? That's like someone less fortunate beating up a rich guy because the rich guy's rich and he's poor. How is that the rich guy's fault? Or not even a rich guy, a guy that makes more money than you. You beating up somebody that makes more money than you. How is that his fault? At Persona, how come no bots are talking about Fall Guys 10 million plus players, but we're refreshing Twitch to check grounded numbers? Yo, listen, bro. They struggling with that, man. Yo, Fall Guys is a overnight success. I am very surprised. Fall Guys is I'm not surprised. I'm a little bit surprised just cuz those quirky games like that, those party games like that, they always like hit big. But then they fall off after like a month. But Fall Guys is really fun, though. I will give it that. It is really, really fun. But after like a month, those games normally fall off. And then the next one comes along. But I don't get it, man. I really think it's like a sickness. Like I really think it's a sickness to blatantly lie like this. All because of it's funny too, because people like to say, some of these insiders like to present themselves as being, oh, I'm just a neutral, or I don't really have a preference. I'm just here to provide the information type of thing. When really they do have a preference. Really, they are fanboy of something, right? And it shows with their actions. You blatantly lying for what? And then these people like to say, oh, corporate slave this, or fanboys are toxic, or whatever they like to say. And I'm like, you do understand that you're the one lying here, right? You're the one that's spreading misinformation. You do understand that, right? Oh no, I was just presenting the news. I didn't know if it was true or false. But you're lying, though. The news you got is a lie. It's a lie. PlayStation 5 has a bonus that it's easy to develop for. To get even more frames out of the box, Xbox Series X, on the other hand, is a disaster to develop games on. We haven't heard anything about the Xbox Series X dev kit. Yo, clearly. But see, This is why I put part of the blame on PlayStation, right? And a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with me with this, and that's fine. The reason why I'm also looking at PlayStation like, yo, look, this is partially your fault, is because they still have not given us the information that we need. Now, I'm only looking at this from, I guess part of it is because I really want information. All right, I really want info. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm so, I'm like so heavy on PlayStation right now, is because all these insiders and shit, they'd all shut up if you just gave us the info. I want the info. I want the information. I want my pre-orders. I want the price. I want the teardown. I want all of this, right? So I also look at PlayStation. I'm like, yo, you really, this is, you're part to blame for this. You know that, right? You know that, right, PlayStation? You're a part of the blame for this, because you're not giving me the information that I want. It would shut all of these insiders up. You're right, AI. Even when Sony gives information, people say they are lying. Those people need to get their head examined. I think they bumped the specifications up a little, and they want it to blindside Xbox by it. You think so, Nexa? Man, that'd be dope. Man, that would be really dope. That would be funny if they bump the specs up and like blindside the shit out of Xbox. That would be funny. That would, that would be the day that I jump into the spec talk. Because it would be too funny. It would be too funny to pass up. I would have to get there. Facts Persona, PS needs to step it up for us. We are hungry for info. But that's what I'm saying, bro. I need info. I need info. I need info now. I need information, because we're so behind on info, and I need the information. PlayStation, if you're watching, if you're listening, I need you to give me some information so that these insiders will shut the fuck up. Sorry for cursing, but these insiders are they're annoying. Some of these insiders are so annoying because, like, you know that it's bullshit. Like, you just watch them typing these shit up on Twitter and these articles that come out. And you're just like, yo, all of this is bullshit, man. All of this is circumstantial at best. I don't want to see this stuff. I want the real info. I want the real info. Yeah, yo, Chris, that's what it is, man. It's too many clout chasers. Everyone out here clout chasing right now, man. And they using PlayStation's name to clout chase. They trying to gain clout, get followers, get all this other getting on podcasts, and it's clout, man. It's clout chasing. Got all these lies coming up. It's not good. It's not good, man. It's not good. One last thing I want to talk about. Guys, were you surprised about the Ghost of Tsushima news as I was? Tell me y'all was surprised. I was surprised. I was very, very surprised. I was very surprised. That Ghost of Tsushima news got me hyped, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie. The Ghost of Tsushima news, that really surprised me today. That really, really surprised me today. Oh, let me go to the article. Right. Yo, Sucker Punch. Let me tell you something about Sucker Punch, man. Let me tell y'all something about Sucker Punch. Let me tell you guys something about Sucker Punch. Because Sucker Punch is out here showing out. You hear what I say? They are out here showing out, man. They are like, yo, guys, y'all doubted us. Y'all doubted us. Y'all thought that we wouldn't be able to y'all thought we wouldn't be able to show up and show out. Do y'all understand that we are under PlayStation's umbrella as well? We are all about greatness. That's what Sucker Punch came through and said. We are all about greatness. Yo, let's watch this trailer real quick and we're going to talk about it. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. I've always felt. First off, I've always rocked with Sucker Punch. Right. Let's get this out the way. Right. And the Infamous games are amazing. Sly Cooper games on point. Sucker Punch has always been that. They've always been the shit to me. Right now, were they up there with like Gorilla and Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica and all? Not as high, I will admit that. But I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. This gen, Sucker Punch showing out, man. Sucker Punch showing out. They might be in my top 3 studios by the end of this gen. Well, we are at the end of this gen, but going into next gen, Sucker Punch might be in my top 3 studios, man. I'm gonna be real with you, because right now my top 3 PlayStation studios is Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, and Gorilla. Sucker Punch was number 4. Sucker Punch was number 4. Like, when we go top 5, Sucker Punch, and then, Jesus Christ, I can't remember their name. Japan Studio, is it, Japan Studio? Yeah, Japan Studio. Sucker Punch, I think, might be number 3. I'm gonna have to move them up. So my number 3, my top 3 might be Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, and Sucker Punch. I'm gonna keep it a stack because Sucker Punch this gen has really killed it, man. Infamous Second Son was on point. Infamous First Light was on point. I love those games. I got the platinum and both of them. Oh, Demolish. You're right, Insomniac. All right, wait. Okay. I take it back. Wait, let me do my top 3 again. Wait. Okay, wait. I totally forgot about Insomniac. Shout out to Demolish guy. Okay, top 3. This is the definitive top 3 for me at the end of the gen, right? Top 3. Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Sucker Punch. Listen. I'm keeping it real. Yo, Amador, thank you so much for the super chat. Sucker Punch putting other PlayStation studios on notice next gen. Sony, it seems, will push more multiplayer. In Spider-Man Miles Morales, it's supposed to have co-op as well. Yeah, I don't know about the co-op for Spider-Man. I mean, if I would want to see how they do that. But yes, I agree with you, Amador. Sucker Punch is putting the other Sony studios on notice next gen, and I can't wait because they all about to be competing with each other like crazy, and I cannot wait. Right? Sucker Punch. All right, so yeah, top 3. So you guys are right. Top 3 PlayStation studios: Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Sucker Punch. I'm keeping it real. Then we go Sony, Santa Monica, and Gorilla for top 5. But I gotta keep it real with you guys. Sucker Punch, yo, the versatility with Sucker Punch this gen it's really high up there. Like with Gorilla from going from Killzone to Horizon Zero Dawn, Sucker Punch going from Sly and Infamous to this super Japanese centric samurai authentic game that the Japanese even respect. Famitsu gave this a perfect score. Japan is loving this game, and Sony and Sucker Punch is an American studio, and they're making a Japanese centric game, and they killed it. So I really gotta give Sucker Punch their respects, man. I gotta give them their flowers, cause Sucker Punch is killing it, man. Sucker Punch is killing it, man. They're killing it. Today's news, I was completely blindsided by today's news. I was not expecting this at all. And, yo, I'm excited. So, if you don't know what the news is, so they pretty much saying, we've designed Legends to be an exclusively cooperative gameplay experience. You'll be able to partner up with friends via online matchmaking and play Legends in groups of 2 to 4 players. Each player can choose from one of 4 different character classes: the Samurai, Hunter, Ronin, or Assassin. Each class has unique advantages and abilities that will reveal in the future. With 2 players in Ghost of Tsushima, you'll be able to play a series of co-op story missions that escalate in difficulty, building on the foundation of combat from the single player campaign, but with new magical twists that often require careful synchronization with your partner, right? And then with the 4 players, you'll be able to take on wave-based survival missions, fighting groups of the toughest enemies Tsushima has to offer, including new Oni enemies with supernatural abilities. Ooh, what? That's fire. That's fire. If you can best the story and survival missions, you may be confident enough to take on the 4-player raid that will arrive shortly after the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, sending you and your partners to an entirely new realm to challenge a brutal, terrifying enemy. Bro, what? Yo, guys, this is why I'm about to fanboy for a second. This is why I asked the question, who is on PlayStation's level? Who is on PlayStation's level? Bruh, they are pretty much bringing an entire new experience for free. Let me put emphasis on that. For free, guys. This is all for free. You don't have to pay anything. This is for free. And no, this game is not in Game Pass No, this game is not in PS Now. No, it's not in PS Now. You're getting a full-fledged single-player game, and you're getting this add-on content for free. Is that anti-consumer? Exactly, Vedra. Is this anti-consumer? Is this anti-consumer? Peep this screenshot, though, God. Yo, this screenshot is clean. That screenshot is clean, man. Then they say it's hold up. It's been so rewarding to see the amazing reactions from all of you as you play through Ghost of Tsushima. We've been watching so many of you stream your playthroughs and can't wait to open up this new way for all of us to play together. We're happy to offer this mode completely free to Ghost of Tsushima owners as a thank you to our players, and we look forward to hearing what you think. Bruh, I really gotta seriously, guys, you really have to, when you see how PlayStation moves, Like, I'm keeping it a stack here, man. When you really see how PlayStation is moving, you really got to ask yourself, these people that are screaming anti-consumer, are these people mentally ill? Do these people need therapy and psychologists and shit? Because everything that I'm seeing PlayStation do is pro-consumer. Damn PlayStation being my preference. If I was on the outside looking in, and I see PlayStation getting all these great exclusives, free add-ons, and all this exclusive third-party content and shit, I'ma think, damn, why am I not over there? I need to be over there with them. PlayStation is offering so many things here, man. They are offering so much. And I have to ask, how do you not own, like, if you don't own a PlayStation or if you don't play on PlayStation, why? Like, why? Completely free. So if you own a copy of Ghost of Tsushima, this content will be free. You don't got to pay nothing. I think that's as pro-consumer as it gets. Yeah. They're killing it, man. PlayStation's killing it, man. A Persona, Sony Santa Monica needs to either bring back that canceled IP or make a new IP next gen after God of War 2 before God of War 2. I agree. I think Santa Monica needs to get. I think it'll happen after God of War 2 though. I think right now the team is like full steam ahead on God of War 2. But I think after they make God of War 2, they definitely need to put out a new IP or something like that. I agree. People are forgetting that the majority of Xbox fan base switches to PS4. They've built their library on it, and it would make sense to move to PlayStation 5. It makes it extremely convincing. This is what I'm saying. A random Monday. It's Monday, guys. This is a random ass day, and they dropped this bomb. This is a megaton. This is like an E3 level announcement. Essentially, we're getting an expansion for free. Bruh, Sony going to snatch up multiplayer market share. The old MP IPs are coming back. Resistance, SOCOM, Killzone, Ghost, Factions, GT7. Yo, Social, you onto something, Social. You onto something, man. I think Resistance is definitely coming back. Killzone definitely. Guerrilla's definitely working on a new Killzone, and we need a new Killzone. Ghost with this multiplayer, Factions with Last of Us, GT7 for the racers, and then SOCOM for the tactical shooters. We're talking, guys. We're talking PS2 days. We're talking PS2 early PS3 days when it comes to multiplayer. Next gen, yo, real talk. Next gen is looking seriously good, man. Like, if they moving like this at the end of the gen, going into next gen, yo, listen, we might be getting serious PS2 days, especially with the news that GTA. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. We'll save that talk for Saturday. If you guys want to hear that talk about, GTA and all that other stuff, tune in Saturday morning at 11 a.m. What's Up PlayStation Podcast. We'll talk about that. But the fact that, PlayStation's got all these third-party deals, right? And PlayStation is really getting these third-party content, third-party games under their belt, and they're going to be bringing back potentially bringing back some of the exclusive multiplayer games and doing all these other stuff. Yo, I'm seriously asking questions, guys. Next gen is looking serious for PlayStation. If this is how they're moving, next gen is going to be serious, man. It's going to be serious. Straight up. Oh, and I will be getting a 4K TV. Nice, Jamar. I think they are making a free-to-play Killzone. Why do you think they're making a free-to-play Killzone, Chris? Nexa said, I just don't want Sony to say, we'll hear from them soon. They've given us all enough anxiety as it is for 2020. I agree. PS3 had a ton of multiplayer games. Yes, they did, Buck. So many. And factions might be battle royale mode. I'm not really into battle royales. I just want this. I just want straight up TDM and like, domination or whatever. I just want like straight up kill like TDM modes for factions. That's really all I want. The partnership between PlayStation and Rockstar Games seems fascinating to me, to be honest. Yeah, listen, man, listen. If PlayStation is really going to utilize, because PlayStation's got partnerships with Square, they got partnerships with Capcom, they got partnerships with Bethesda, partnerships with GTA, with Rockstar. Yo, listen, man. Partnerships with Bungie, partnerships with Activision. Listen, man. Listen, guys. Next gen might be a slaughter, man. Like, PlayStation might be moving on like some superhuman shit next gen, where we might be getting bangers after bangers after bangers, man. Like it really just might not stop next gen. I'm really I'm kind of scared because I know PlayStation, man. If they bring in the heat like this, it's gonna be a problem. Chris says, come out of one of the MPs. They will be making. One of them will most likely be a free-to-play game, and Killzone makes sense. I hope it's not Killzone. I think Killzone needs a... Well, if they do Killzone, I just hope they put a good budget behind it, because, Killzone needs a good budget. Right? And they seem to want to surpass PS2 in regards to sales. Yes, they do. Damali says, now the only thing I want Sony to do is start making AAA JRPGs again, like during the PS1 and PS2 days with Japan Studio. Listen, they need, Demolish, you and I are on the same page there. I think it's time for PlayStation to dip their hands into that JRPG market and really make like a seriously good JRPG. I feel like they could do it. If they take the time, I think they can do it. And they seem to want to surpass it too. Sony had already 2020 and 2021 Xbox catch up. Yeah, Unknown Journey. That's a fact, man. With 2020 and then going into 2021 with Horizon Forbidden West, Ratchet and Clank, Destruction All Stars. It's a lot of games. Sackboy Adventures. 2021 is also looking pretty solid for PlayStation. Right, and I'm almost positive that Insomniac is also. I think Insomniac is working on a Resistance, either a Resistance remake or a Resistance sequel. But I think Insomniac is doing something with Resistance. I also think that we might be getting Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation. But not only that, they might announce Sunset Overdrive 2 on PlayStation 5. I think they're gonna wait till like summer of next year to do that, because Insomniac has already announced 2 or 3 games that's gonna be coming. So I think they're gonna like pump the brakes a little bit, Insomniac, hold on. But I think Resistance, even if they do like a Resistance trilogy remastered, just bring Resistance back, bro. That's one thing I've wondered. Like, why isn't Resistance 1, 2, and 3 at least in PS Now, right? PS Now only has Resistance 3. It doesn't have Resistance Fall of Man, and it doesn't have Resistance 2. Why haven't we gotten a Resistance trilogy remaster like we did with Nathan Drake Collection? Why we haven't gotten a Resistance collection on the PlayStation 4 at least? I need those games. Either put them in PS Now or put them on the damn PlayStation 4. I need those games. Listen, I've been hoping for a Legend of Dragoon remake for years. That's not happening, man. That's not happening. I don't think it's happening. If Falcom, I want PlayStation to buy Level 5. Because they're the ones that make Ni no Kuni, and Ni no Kuni is the shit. I feel like if PlayStation bought Level 5 and put like a big budget behind them to make a big budget JRPG, I think Level 5 would show out, man. I really do. I really, really do. Plus, Final Fantasy 16 might be exclusive to the play. Oh man, let me stop. Because it's getting spooky out here, man. It's getting spooky out here. But yeah, guys, that's the. Yeah, Ni no Kuni's the shit. I love Ni no Kuni. I'll take a Resistance remastered trilogy, but I want a new game too. Reboot the franchise. That's what I'm saying, Barry. Can we get a franchise reboot or something? Can we get something like that? Or remakes at least, or something. They got to give us something. Like I need Resistance in my life, man. Bring back Resistance. Resistance Fall of Man was that's one of my favorite. That is my favorite Resistance game. The first one, the multiplayer, the story, everything about that game is just so great, just so fucking great, man. I love Resistance. But yeah, guys, man, we're gonna get up out of here. It was a good show today. Really fun show. It's been a while since I, actually did like I said, it's been like a week and a half or so since I did like an actual podcast, where I sat down, we chop it up, talk about some games and stuff like that. Resistance is definitely an underrated gem. White Knight Chronicles, that'd be a good one too. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is coming sometime next year for the PS5. Don't forget about the Sleeper RPG. Yo, listen. Yo, Lucy, I'm waiting on that Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I need that game. I've been hyped for that game for a long time. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I need that. I have to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. The hard mode is a pain in the ass. Yo, that hard mode easy, bro. Make sure you leveling up your materia, man. You gotta level up that materia, Jamar. Make sure you level up. At least level up like 8 health materias, 6 magic up materias, 2 magic attack up materias. Shit, what else? Oh, also you want to level up what's the name of that materia? I forgot the name of the materia that you where you put it on and it gives you like healing if you match it with the right ability, with the right elemental type. I forgot the name of it. But those health ups and magic up materials, yeah, you want to make sure you max those out, bruh. Because if you don't have 9,000 plus health on some of those boss fights, you're going to get washed. You going to get washed. So you want to make sure you got that 9,000 on the material. You want to make sure you got those materials maxed out. Magnify. Thank you, Chris. Magnify. Yes. Magnify. But yeah, guys, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. I really appreciate you guys coming through today, man. There's a lot of y'all. Really appreciate it. A lot of real fun conversation, man. And listen, guys, at the end of the day, man, I always say we all are fans of gaming out here. Stop listening to these insiders, man, because these motherfuckers be lying. That's my message to y'all leaving out of here today. Stop listening to these fucking insiders, man, because it's clear that there is a hidden agenda with a lot of these insiders, man. It's clear. It's a fucked up agenda, and it's we're not gonna stand for it. You feel me? Like, enough with the bullshit. So fuck that. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming through. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. Yo, real quick, tomorrow at 6:00 Eastern, I'm doing an interview with Neo GameSpark. That's gonna be fun. So don't miss that, 6:00 Eastern. That's gonna be really fun. If you guys got any questions, you guys already know, let me know and I'll ask those to him. What else? Also, guys, Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, What's Up PlayStation Podcast. You can look in the description and you will see the links to the podcast. You will see the links to the YouTube channel. You will see the links to the merch if you want to support us and buy some merch. You guys can do that as well. The links are in the description. Hold up. I'm about to copy this shit and put this shit in the... Hold up. Copy. Let me see if it'll fit. Paste. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Those are all the links. So, support What's Up PlayStation. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this month, right? So, share out the stream for What's Up PlayStation. Share out the podcast, share the channel. Let's get to 500. Also, some great content creators that you need to follow, man. Jay Barry, Sick Human TV. The links to their channels are in the description. Also, guys, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. The link to my Twitter is in the description. Also, if you're trying to join a cool Discord, real chill, nothing too crazy, man. We really chill in our Discord. You can join my Discord as well. The link to my Discord is in the description. Also, when I do open chat nights for the podcast, when people want to hop in and talk about, if it's a really good topic and people want to hop in and talk about it, the best place to do that is in the Discord. So join the Discord, right? So, do an open chat night and we could, talk some games and stuff like that on a podcast. So yeah, definitely join the Discord. Link is in the description. And yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all. Please be safe. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 for the interview with Neo GameSpark. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. And you guys be safe. Have a good night.